A lot of people who talk about personal development or setting goals claim that the most important is to never quit. But in my opinion, I think that sometimes it's healthy to quit. I don't know how it looks in your case, but in my case, I am a person who is interested in a lot of things and I would like to do a lot of activities. Unfortunately, I have to accept that I'm not able to find time for everything. That's why I have to evaluate what is the most important for me recently, and I have to devote my time for the most important for me things. And by this evaluation and by quitting things which are which are less valuable for me, I'm able to create space on things which matter for me the most. Sometimes we also start to be interested in some activities or in some goal. For example, after years or months of doing something, we figure out that it's not for us, that something different would bring us more benefits, and we don't want to spend time doing the same activities, and I think it's totally normal. Life changes, and our circumstances also changes during the time. So I think it's totally normal to at some point decide that I'm not interested in going to a gym every day, or going to a language class 2 times a week, because now I have to devote myself I have to devote myself on something different. Sometimes also things after some time start to think totally different than we thought at the beginning. For example, after months of learning language, it turns out that you have to spend really significant amount of time every day to make progress, and you thought at the beginning that, for example, 1 or 2 lessons a week is enough, and you don't have time for doing more, and you have, for example, you want to focus more on your job, and you want to focus more on saving money, for example, and you don't want to and maybe you want to focus more on your friends, and that's totally okay. After some time things may look different, and it's good to resign them. And sometimes it, for example, like that, after a few months of going to a gym consistently, of preparing meals and be totally in healthy lifestyle and fitness, after a few months, it may turn out for you that it's too much time and too much effort which you put into this, and of course you would like to be in a really good shape, but you don't want to devote as much time as this need, and maybe being in a good shape start to be so important for you, and different things become more important, and it's also normal. So I resigned from MMA a few years ago, and it was because of the reasons I have mentioned today, because this sport stopped to look for me like it looked at the beginning, and I understood that it's a very difficult way in life, and that that career as a professional mixed martial arts fighter is very, very difficult. And I had injuries then, and I came up with an idea that it's all for me. I'm done with this, and I wouldn't like to devote more my time for this, and I have to find something different in my life. And recently, I have decided to resign from renovation an old motorcycle, which I did an episode about it. But I decided to not continue this. I decided that it will take it. I decided that it will take a lot of my time and money, and that's why it will be better to focus on what is really important for me now. I mean, learning English and creating this YouTube channel, and don't bother myself with different things, because I was totally beginner with I have never renovated a motorcycle like that before, so it will be totally new thing for me, and I'm really sure that it would consume a lot of my time and a lot of effort. So that's why I think that it will be healthy, and it will be more valuable to me to resign and quit this goal than to spend too much time doing this and not having time, or not having power for doing what is the most important for me. So that's why I think that resigning sometimes is very healthy, and I think that it might bring us much more benefits than blindly pursuing the same goal, blindly pursuing our choices from past. I think that we should evaluate on ongoing basis what is important, what isn't important for us. Of course I don't want to encourage anyone to resign from something because it's difficult. I would like to show different perspective. I would like to show you that time management is that I would like to show you that resignation is also a piece of a part of time management, and it's not always as bad as most of the people think about it. So if you have the same problem like me, that you are interested in too much things and you want to do too much activities, you should choose something what is really important and focus on this, because I think it will be the most valuable for you. And I think I think that this way of thinking is the most valuable for me, and I've been trying to learn to resign and to give up on less important things to me still.